in Turkey, which, as you know from the coverage that we've given and many other people have given, the prime minister has been deluged by all sorts of accusations of corruption, of just profound political intimidation of other people. He keeps winning. He just won regional elections, and his victory speech, he basically named enemies, political enemies, and pretty much said, "I'm coming for you." So this guy is not conciliatory, and he hates Twitter, which we know. He really, really, really hates Twitter. He associates it with youth activists, with the rest, with insurrection. Now, there's a Twitter handle in Turkey, and it's at Fuat Avni. And what this Twitter handle does is it tweets out gossip and accusations about the prime minister, from not just corruption, but things like he slapped this person in a meeting. Basically, this Twitter account is clearly managed by somebody who is in meetings with the prime minister, who knows the prime minister on some personal level, and it outrages the prime minister, and they're calling him Turkey's deep throat. Vocative figured out a way of getting an interview with this guy, and obviously there's not much we can confirm about him, but there's been enough kind of scent of truth around what he's tweeted that people think it's probably somewhat credible. And I just want to read you a few things. It's interesting, and then we'll get to who he claims to be. Why did you start this account, they asked him. He said, "I don't remember the exact date I started this account, but I did it because I wanted to decipher the wrongdoings of the prime minister and his oligarchs. I chose Twitter to do that because the prime minister was giving real importance to Twitter after the Gezi protests, which we talked about on the show. When I witnessed he was so angry with the opposition tweets, I decided to use this platform. My main aim was to inform people about the government's dirty doings." He goes on to explain he holds the prime minister in incredibly low regard in what he's trying to do. And then he basically goes on to say, and this is what he's claiming about himself. It'll be fascinating to see. I mean, if they expose who he is, he's going to be in horrific trouble. He actually said at one point he's been in meetings where he's heard the prime minister demand that the intelligence services find out who he is, who is behind this Twitter account. And he just said, "There's no team behind me. I don't need to get any information from anyone because for years I have been working at sensitive positions within the AKP, which is Turkey's ruling party. Because of my position, I have information about people at critical points, and the reports and information come to my desk as well. It is ridiculous to think that any insider gets information from an outsider. Only I and Allah know who Fuat Avni is." I just think that's fascinating. That in a place where pretty much most formal opposition has been crushed and decimated, that the thing that is frustrating the prime minister most right now is an anonymous account on Twitter that's blasting out really serious allegations, but also just petty gossip about him and generating a whole other conversation about who's actually handling the account. Some people have even suggested that's the prime minister's wife, which, if that somehow turned out to be true, would just be amazing.